Hey there everyone, it's Looren here, Only Shade Drops back for another video and kind of a new concept here. First of all, I hope you're doing well. I am doing very well. So if you're following me on Blue Sky, you'll have noticed that a few days ago, or maybe a week ago, I posted a message saying which song from this national final season had your favorite staging without counting the songs that are gonna go to Eurovision. Some of you answered, some of you did not answer, and this video will be about these songs. I think the songs that got the 10 best stagings of the year in the national final season that did not go to Eurovision. First of all, let me say that this is a very subjective ranking. If you disagree with me, if there are some songs I did not put in there that you would have wanted to see, you can tell me in the comments. I'm sure I missed quite a few good stagings, but I did the best I could. Also, one rule here is that in the top 10, I am gonna have only one song maximum from a national final. Like I won't have, like, for example, Vivi, Nelly Matula, and Goldilocks in my top 10, since these three were all from the same national final. And yeah, my criteria of judgment is, well, how much did the staging elevate the song? How about the visuals and everything? Mostly how did I feel towards the staging? Um, it's very subjective, and I am gonna have some honorable mentions too for the songs that could not make it into the top 10 here. I timestamped everything on number 10, number 9, number 8, so you can just immediately go to the number 1 if you want, or to the honorable mentions, where I will have some less serious mentions there, so be sure to check that out too. So let's go. Let's start with number 10. But just before you do that, please don't forget to put a little like, subscribe, follow me on social media, X, Blue Sky, links are in descriptions below, leave a little comment, and let's go now for the 10th song. We are going to Ukraine in Vidbir. When Hayat entered Vidbir, we were all very curious. His song was called Honor. We were wondering what was this follow-up to Call for Love in 2020 that was such a good song that would have been good for Eurovision, but Go A were better. And when the song released, the reactions were, to say the least, pretty lukewarm. But after this live performance, honestly, this song kind of skyrocketed in my personal ranking. It was energetic. Hayat gave a great performance. I really liked the dancers, even though they looked very creepy. They shared a lot of energy with us. I thought this was all very well executed, very good camera work, and this is a staging that elevated a song that was very meh to a song that almost won Vidbir, that is a very competitive national final, even though some would argue, and I would argue, that this year Vidbir was way weaker than usual. But I think Hayat really did an excellent work with the staging here, and I can't wait to see him back on stage because he's clearly a natural performer. His songs in studio are good or not impressive, but live he always manages to get the best he could from them. Like, obviously, this song is it's not a good song in itself for me, but this live performance really gave me this energy that the studio version lacked so much, and all of the performance was really well executed and really elevated this song. So great job to Hayat, and congrats for your 10th place in this ranking. Alright, next up for the number 9, we are gonna go to Lithuania. Sophie Ali with The Bluest Spell. A song that is cute, but not a lot is happening. And on the live performance, they made this really, really work. This stage, the way they brought the stage to give this atmosphere, this very warm, very sweet, very cute feeling, really made everything work. Sophie Ali did her job fantastically. She's very charismatic. She shared all of she had to share. She shared some emotion, very sweet feelings, very heartwarming feelings that made this song really feel like a moment on stage. The staging here was really all about creating a moment, and they succeeded perfectly to the point of getting this song to the final of Eurovision.lt, where I honestly did not think this would go anywhere, given that the song is not really televote friendly, didn't seem like the juries would really go for it, but the staging was so good and elevated this song to the point that it made it a really memorable experience, in my opinion. Next up, for number 8, we're gonna go to Latvia. Tepat with Sadzejot, a band that looks like a high school band coming in to go to a national final. You don't expect anything from their song or performance, and here they come. They give you this very, very sweet song, and a probably one of the biggest elevation, I think, of a song, because I didn't enjoy the song particularly in the studio version. I thought it was okay, and then the live performance, they kind of brought me into their own world, and it felt like a real moment. Just like the previous song, we are really into creating an atmosphere, creating a moment. I think one very clever thing they did is with the lyrics behind them, where some words would appear. I think that was a very, very clever thing. The performers shared some real chemistry, I felt, and there was something going on here. There was this little grasp of magic. They made something magic happen, and I really do believe that this elevated this song from a sure non-qualifier in Eurovision to a song that, in my opinion, could have fought for a left side of the scoreboard. Like, with this staging, I feel like it could have qualified with the televote in the semifinal, like borderline, and then the juries, in my opinion, would have given it a huge push in the grand final to get this left side of the scoreboard result. I think Tepat would have done really well in Eurovision, but I do think they went with the right option with Tautu Maitas, who in my opinion can do even better than that. But let's skip that for another video. This, as I said, was all about creating a moment, and they did it perfectly, in my opinion. So great job, Tepat. I will not consider you as a simple group of high school people. You are great artists. Alright, next we are going to Serbia, and for number 7. And I'm already telling you, this might seem like a very surprising choice, but hear me out. Here's the number 7. Okay, hear me out. I know you maybe expected Bojana and David, Vukaila or Tam, but I went with Anna and the Changes with their song Brinem, and here's why. This song in studio version, I don't remember listening to the studio version. I did a reaction video about Serbia. I remembered like 5 or 6 songs, and I completely forgot about this one. It was like nothing burger, like Gabe would say. I did not even consider this one. But what happened on this stage was mesmerizing. The lighting, that opening shot with her just sitting there and then walking onto the stage, that was beautiful. The lighting, these shots where you had this little projection of her, and the backing vocalists, that I think they like, I'm using this word a lot, but I think they're really creating a moment here, creating an atmosphere that felt so warm and created such a sweet moment that this, in my opinion, was one of the best performances of this national final. It was so good. I wish it could have gotten the top 5 or something, but I really want Anna and the Changes to come back to Pesmaza Eurovision in the future. And really, this is the perfect example of great staging that elevates a song. Like, as I told you, I don't even remember listening to this in studio, but live, I keep going back to this live performance. And also what helped a lot is that the lead singer, I guess it's Anna, is such an amazing vocalist and has such a warm voice. And this helps a lot selling this sentiment of warmth and this really, warm, I don't have another word, really warm atmosphere that the song shares. I thought that was absolutely fantastic. Definitely one of the 10 best stagings of the year. Alright, for the number 6 now, I am going to go to Croatia. Luka Nizetic with Uzena. I think this was a missed opportunity for Croatia. It was not my favorite in the studio version. I liked it. I thought it was nice. But that live performance, that was so good. The staging concept was so clever. You saw from the beginning that he obviously knew his audience. Then, on a more serious note, the little funny moments in the staging, like with that fish singing, the other clever jokes in it, the final dance moment when they round up together. I'm gonna show you some footage so you see what I'm talking about. But that moment where they round up together and do this dance, the dance was so great. I think this was maybe, in terms of staging concept, worthy of a top 3 in this ranking. The only reason why I did not put this in top 3 is because the camera work at Dora was not very good. So I feel like the staging that had a splendid concept, we could not get 100% from it. There was so much potential. Sadly could not be fully used because of shitty camera work. But I think that Croatia could have really could have definitely qualified with this, because on the big stage, on the Eurovision stage with good camera work, this could have been so good. And I am not saying that this could have gotten top 5 or top 10, but this, in my opinion, would have definitely qualified and maybe gotten the top 15, whereas I think that their entry doesn't really stand a chance to qualify this year. And yeah, I really love this staging. You felt an identity to this song. You felt like there was really something going on. Shame that the camera work here didn't allow this song to end up in my top 3 of this video, because it was definitely worthy of a top 3. We're getting now to the number 5, and for this we are going to go to Spain. VIP by J. Cabello is a song I despised in the studio version. I really despised this one in studio. I thought it was so annoying. But this performance, I think J. Cabello completely sold this song. His performance was flawless. The only thing is maybe his voice can be a little bit disturbing from time to time, but that's like a personal thing. But I think that the choreography, the camera work, all of everything they did on this staging came together in a very good way and made this song go from something I despise to something I was actually bopping to. Like, I was going with them on that choreography, even though I can't actually do it, obviously, because I'm not a dancer. But I think really J.K. Bello did some excellent work here. The camera work was fire. The dancers did a fantastic job. And even though I like Melody's song way more, I think this was maybe the best option for Spain. I think this could have done pretty well with the televote. Maybe not going to left side of scoreboard, but I think it would definitely have avoided the bottom 5 of the final, which I sadly don't think Melody will do, but that's for another video. Yeah, I think Jacobello really did a fantastic work here, and I'm now curious to see what he'll bring up next. Next time I will surely not judge him on the studio version, since it seems like he's way better live. Okay, so number 4. Some of you had this one as a number 1, so don't throw rocks on me. Some other people of you actually told me you despised this staging, so it's got a polarizing one I'm putting here at number 4, and it's from Festival da Canção. Alright, Tristeza, Josh. There's a lot to say here. First of all, the concept, fabulous idea, really fabulous idea. The execution, very, very good. Camera work was done properly. When I saw the nails were something I immediately noticed, but I think a lot of people did. I don't know how I feel about this, but they're clear their presence. One thing that disturbed me a little bit is Josh's facial expressions. At some point during the performance, I thought they were not fitting of an emotional song like this, but I think the staging concept alone deserves a spot here in the top 5. I think it was very bold and well executed overall. The reason why I'm not putting this in my top 3 is because I do not think it elevated the song that much. I'm putting it 4th because I think the concept was an amazing idea, and really it's a bold choice, and it could have completely worked out. But yeah, things didn't go their way for the result, but they don't have to really blame themselves for the staging, except for the fact that I don't think that it made this song reach like the next level. Reach the level where you're like, oh, okay, this could be a jury winner Eurovision. Like, this song in studio felt like maybe it could be a jury top 5, and I was waiting to see for the live performance if it could maybe confirm this. It was a very, very good live performance with a very good staging, but I missed that little it moment, and that's why I did not put it in my top 3. But you know, just for this, like, extremely ambitious and bold staging, I have to put it at number 4. That was great work. Alright, so just before we go to the top 3, I'm gonna have some honorable mentions here. And if you're still there for the honorable mentions, I'm guessing you're enjoying this video. If you do, please don't forget to put a like, subscribe, follow me on social media, X, Blue Sky, links are in the description below. Tell me in the comments, what do you think of the video so far, of the songs I selected? Are your favorites still coming? Did I pick some songs you didn't want me to pick from some national finals where you had other favorites? Tell me in the description below, and let's go with some honorable mentions. First of all, I want to give a huge shout out to UMK, whose all of these stagings, the 5 that are eligible for this video, would have made the top 10 here. And all 5 of them would probably make the top 10. The work here, it was excellent. We've got some moments that for me will be unforgettable in this national final. They worked the shit out of the stagings. Every single concept elevated its song to, I think, assure the fact that there was no way in hell that Finland would not qualify this year, no matter which song they would send. And I obviously do have a Finnish song in my top 3, or most, not a song, but a Finnish staging in my top 3. That is gonna come a bit later, but I wanted really to shout out the whole national final, the staging concept of every single participant. That was top class. Congrats Finland, congrats UMK. My next honorable mention is Grecciole with the song Believe Me in Melodifestivalen. As much as I loathe this song, I think they did a great work with the staging. Grecciole is a fantastic performer, and I believe that this song would have probably went top 5 in Eurovision, because the staging was really, really impressive. And it pains me a little bit to say that because I really did not like the song, but you gotta admit it. It's like last year with Marcus and Martinez. I did not like their song, but they had one of the best stagings of the year. And Sweden is just really great at staging, so congrats for that. Next up, I'm gonna mention De Teresa in Benidorm Fest with La Pena because yeah, I still don't know what happened. I still can't process what happened. The only thing I can say is that it was memorable and it was absolutely iconic. Next up, we're gonna give some awards, some little bit more fun honorable mentions. So the award for most sophisticated outfit of the year goes to Marcus Riva. Wonderful outfit, man. Come back next year with the same one, just a different song. The award for the best, most energetic, biggest mood of backing singers, backing vocalists goes to Franz Stickerpus, backing vocalist. I don't know. I really wanted to give a shout out to these backing vocalists because I think they were really, really fun, and I don't know. This is like a personal thing that kind of marked me this season. We gotta give an award to a person who really put herself in danger during her live performance for the sake of I don't know what. Honestly, the staging concept was pretty good. It's Victoria Tsiberas with Juno for This Moment. Yeah, I don't know. I was legit scared. Like, I imagine if she fell. That was dangerous as fuck. But okay, she didn't fall and looked impressive. So congrats. Overall, the staging was pretty good. And the award of the staging concepts that fits the song's lyrics the most goes to Natasha Kojic in Pesma za Eurovision with the song Up and Down. You're gonna see why. Very, very clever. Alright, so it's time now for the top 3 of best stagings of this year, and we're gonna go now to Estonia. Andrei Zevakin and Karita with My Eitasint. Now, I really don't like this song, but let's be honest, this would have done very well with the televote in May. Well, I think Estonia picked the best option possible with Espresso Macchiato with the televote, but this one had probably the most impressive staging of the whole national final. The camera work, the energy that Andrei and Karita shared, Karita's introduction was pretty impressive to see. And the camera work was really maybe one of the best camera work of the season, in my opinion. I think Andrei and Karita really had great chemistry and really sold this song. I am not a fan of it, but I must admit that it was a really, really fantastic performance that would have, yeah, deserved to go to Eurovision, but we got Espresso Macchiato for my biggest pleasure. But still, congrats to them because they really pulled off something that was quite extraordinary in my opinion. The staging, really great work. Alright, time for the number 2 now. I think you guessed which two national finals are left in terms of best staging concepts. And the number 2 here is coming from Melodifestivalen. Mons Zelmerle with Revolution. Now, as happy as we are that he did not win, as happy as we are that this song did not win, let's be honest for 1 second. That staging was a staging of a Eurovision winner. Like, the song, when you listen to it in studio, honestly, it's really nothing special. The song is nothing special at all. But Mons' performance and the way they staged this, the camera work, the moment with this, I don't know if these were confettis or just pieces of paper, but it looked so good. I got Eurovision winner vibes from this, while the song gave me Eurovision barely qualifier vibes. Like, that was so impressive. The final 30 seconds, the explosion, like, I was amazed by the staging. I was not really enjoying the song, even though it did grow on me afterwards, but that staging concept really, really impressed me, and I gotta say, yeah, fantastic job for the work here, SVT. It's really one of the most impressive stagings of the year, more precisely the second most impressive staging of the year. And let's go now to the ultimate number 1 staging, in my opinion, of the year, and I am going to UMK for this one. Goldilocks with Made Of. Now, I'm talking seriously. This is, in my opinion, and Bambi Thug level of quality in terms of staging. I did not know where to look anymore. It was the camera work here, the cuts, Goldilocks' way of selling it, the 2,000 Goldilocks that were on stage. I don't even know how they pulled that off. That's something that never happened to me before, is that I had no idea how they pulled off something. I kept on rewatching it like 10 times the day after. Like, okay, how did they do this? And I still don't know how. That's the problem. I still don't know. I don't. It was probably the best staging of the year, even if we count the song that made it to Eurovision. Like, honestly, I don't see any other song this year, and only a couple in previous years that were this good. And by a couple, I'm having Bambi Thug in my mind, and I can't think of a second song right now that had this good of a staging. I can maybe think about one, but not right now. I think this song, I loved the song, but I thought it was not very competitive. I thought it would be a borderline qualifier that would end up 19th in the grand final, and I honestly believe that with this staging, this maybe would have done better than Erika Wickman. Like, I see Erika Wickman coming top 5 in Malmö. I think this could have gone top 3 in Eurovision. Like, I think the jury would have eaten it up, and the televote would have given it some good points. I think this was really the most impressive staging of the year. So, thank you very much everyone for watching this video. I hope you liked it. If you did, please put a like, subscribe, follow me on social media, X, Blue Sky, links in the description below. Tell me if you agree with my top 10. If you don't, that's great. Honestly, I love discussing different opinions, and I'm sure I really missed a few songs. So yeah, tell me in the comments what you think, and I'll see you in another video. Bye bye.